What if the greatest footballer alive is also the most unexpected family man you have never truly seen? The world knows Lionel Messi, the records, the trophies, the genius with a ball at his feet, but behind every iconic goal and every thunderous stadium roar, there is a quieter, warmer, almost ordinary life unfolding in private. Cameras rarely capture this version of Messi, the man who tickles his sons at breakfast, who dances in the kitchen with his wife, who skips stones on a beach with the same feet that once bent a free kick past 5 defenders. What you are about to discover is not the Messi the press follows. It is the Messi his family has always known, and the moments that will make even the most casual fan fall in love with him all over again. Stay close, because what comes next will completely change the way you see him. Despite fame that spans continents, Messi's daily routine at home is remarkably simple. Early mornings, family meals, and long hours simply being present. He is the man who personally helps his children with homework, who shows up at school events without bodyguards making a spectacle, and who prefers a quiet barbecue with family over any celebrity gathering. Those close to the Messi household consistently describe the same image. A man sitting on the floor with his boys, laughing loudly at nothing particularly important, just the kind of laughter that only comes when you are truly at peace. When the boots come off and the stadium lights dim, Leo Messi becomes something football never quite captures: gentle, unhurried, and deeply rooted in the people he loves most. He has never allowed fame to define what happens inside his home, choosing instead to build a life where normalcy is the greatest luxury he can offer his children. But how exactly does the world's greatest footballer interact with his 3 sons? And what do those boys see in their father that the world never gets to witness? Thiago, the eldest, has inherited his father's calmness and already shows a natural ease with a football, while Matteo, the unpredictable middle child, is the wild card who once celebrated a goal louder than the stadium crowd watching his father. Then there is Cairo, the youngest, who follows his brothers everywhere with wide-eyed determination and has reportedly stolen the most of Leo's afternoon attention during spontaneous garden kickabouts. Messi has been spotted in videos that fans have cherished for years, rolling on the grass with all 3 boys, letting them pile onto him, laughing as though no World Cup trophy could ever compete with the joy in those moments. Matteo in particular has become something of a fan favorite himself. His fearless personality, on full display in family videos, once saw him boldly telling his father to pass the ball faster, and Messi's response was simply a wide, helpless grin. What is most remarkable is not that Messi's sons adore football, it is that they adore their father entirely separately from it, knowing him first as the man who tucks them in and reads them stories, long before they understand what a Ballon d'Or even is. And when this family steps outside their home together, what does the world's most private football dynasty actually look like on a holiday? The Messi family's holidays are a favorite subject among fans precisely because they are so refreshingly ordinary. Beaches in Ibiza, boat rides in the Mediterranean, and the boys swimming fearlessly while their father watches from the shore with a quiet, satisfied smile. Messi has been photographed and filmed in countless candid holiday moments, building sandcastles, carrying Kiro on his shoulders through the shallows, and sharing watermelon slices on sun-bleached decks as though the rest of the world simply does not exist. Family football matches on the beach have become an almost sacred holiday tradition, Antonela on one side, the boys on the other, and Messi making just enough deliberate mistakes to keep the games competitive and the laughter flowing. Beyond the sea and sand, the family has shared moments at theme parks, local restaurants in unfamiliar cities, and quiet park walks that never make headlines but build the strongest of bonds. For a man who has lived his entire adult life in spotlights, it is on these family adventures, unscripted, unfiltered, and wonderfully imperfect, that the truest version of Lionel Messi is most completely revealed. When the pressure of a crucial match bears down on Messi, his family is rarely far. Antonela has been a constant presence in the stands through decades of competition. Her calm face in the crowd, a quiet anchor he has spoken about in interviews with unmistakable gratitude. The children, even at young ages, have learned to cheer with their whole hearts, wearing their father's jersey, jumping from their seats when he scores, and greeting him in the tunnel with the kind of uncomplicated joy that no trophy presentation can fully replicate. There have been deeply moving moments after difficult losses where Messi walked off the pitch visibly broken, only to be met by Antonela and the boys, whose presence, by all accounts, was the only comfort that truly mattered in those hours. After Argentina's historic 2022 World Cup victory, the crowning moment of Messi's career, the images that moved the world most were not the trophy lift, but the scenes of him collapsing into his family's arms, the years of heartbreak finally dissolving into pure, shared joy. Antonela's messages to her husband during difficult seasons and tournament campaigns have become known for their emotional sincerity, never performative, always deeply personal. And they speak to a woman who does not simply stand beside greatness, but actively holds it together. Despite the extraordinary circumstances of their life, private jets, global fame, and the kind of wealth that could completely insulate a child from reality, Messi and Antonela have made a deliberate and consistent effort to raise their boys with humility at the center of everything. The children attend regular schools, are encouraged to interact with classmates like any other child, and are raised to understand that respect, effort, and kindness matter far more than the number on a jersey or the size of a trophy cabinet. Messi himself has spoken openly about wanting his sons to grow into good men first, and footballers second, a priority that says everything about the values guiding life inside their home. Antonela plays a central and active role in shaping the boys' daily lives, managing a household that somehow balances global celebrity with genuine domestic warmth, a balance that friends and family who know them personally describe as one of the most impressive things about them. The result is 3 children who, from everything the world can observe, are growing up not as football royalty, but simply as boys who love their parents, laugh easily, and know exactly where home is no matter which country they happen to be living in that season. Lionel and Antonela's marriage, which has now spanned years of shared sacrifice, countless relocations, and the relentless pressure of living at the very summit of global sport, is one that both have described not as effortless, but as deeply, intentionally chosen, every single day. Antonela did not simply follow Messi's career. She built her own identity as a mother, an entrepreneur, and a woman of presence and purpose, and Messi has been consistently vocal about the fact that her independence and strength are precisely what make their partnership work. Their trust in each other through periods of public scrutiny, professional uncertainty, and the personal upheaval of leaving beloved cities has created a foundation that appears, from every observable angle, to be genuinely unshakable. There is a particular kind of affection between them that is visible not in grand gestures, but in small ones. The way Antonela holds Messi's hand after a hard match, the way he looks at her in family photographs with something that reads less like admiration and more like relief that she is there. Together, they have built something that transcends football entirely, a family culture defined by warmth, consistency, and a shared vision of what a good life actually looks like when the cameras finally go away. Lionel Messi has given the world more beautiful football moments than perhaps any athlete in history. But the thread that runs through all of it, the quiet engine behind every comeback and every triumph, has always been this: a family who believes in him completely, a wife who chose him and keeps choosing him, and 3 sons who will one day understand that the greatest thing their father ever did was not score the goal that won the World Cup, but show up, fully, warmly, and without reservation, at every breakfast table, every birthday, every ordinary Tuesday that the cameras never caught. Greatness, it turns out, is not always measured in trophies. Sometimes it is measured in the way 3 little boys run to the door when they hear their father's key in the lock. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click on the notifications bell for more gist and stories on your favorite celebrities. Until the next one, please stay tuned.